Welcome to Norfolk, Virginia, home of the Old Dominion Monarchs, and we are close to a full house here as the fans believe that this team is close to keeping their promise. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Marshall Thundering Herd, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Old Dominion Monarchs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Monarchs will kick it off to get us underway. Fair catch called for and made. First down for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires downfield. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. This time it's complete. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
And listen, I know he just got rocked, but he held onto the football and got the first down. So when he can get up, when he has the strength to get back up, nothing to be worried about. Nice play, nice catch. Don't worry about that big stick. I got the first down. Signal that thing for me and celebrate.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. They feed him again. Tackled, but he has a first down.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Out of the gun, the inside give. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. Pocket starts to collapse. Finds him out of the backfield. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurd! A great catch and run for 6. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Oh, he's going to go for the return. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Offense getting set for first down. He'll do it himself. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
How easy was that? I mean, when you got a quarterback that can run design runs like this and get you 5+ yards just and make it look that easy, God, it makes it really hard for the defenses to stop.
From the gun, the ground game. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays thrown.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, you just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that pass is intercepted. Trying to take it back. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Marshall! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's McLeod.
And a nice job working in the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job of finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game, and we're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense now.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. The give to the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right.
I know that was 3rd down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up 4th down.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds his big tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the 1st quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Marshall 14, Old Dominion 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. This quarterback part of their running game. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the right. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Thundering Herd. Let's see. He can block. He can catch. He can run. Yeah, let's just forget about the blocking for now. The catching, the running, the scoring is dangerous.
And they do the dirty work, but this is what they would prefer to do. These guys want to catch touchdown passes. Most of these guys were wide receivers in high school, and they show you why. They'll go up, get that football, make plays for the quarterback.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game. And you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Trying to find his man on first down. With the catch, it's McLeod. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Monarchs racing to the line in the hurry-up.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. And the Monarchs have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Skips away from pressure. Going to try to get it himself. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
There's a great example of the offensive coordinator and quarterback being on the exact same page. The coordinator's anticipating man coverage. The quarterback recognizes it, and immediately he knows which receiver to go to attack this defense.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Out of the gun to give to the back. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Handoff from the gun. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's intercepted. A turnover from the defense. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
On second down, wants to throw. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
You just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Release to the back. Another incompletion on third down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a three-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
On second down, he'll let it fly. He looks that one in nicely. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Here on third down. They'll try to run for it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Monarchs are in the hurry-up. They'll run for it on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on fourth and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that fourth down play.
Gonna let it fly. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Brings up second down.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. They'll try to pop the draw. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus-pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
He gets a block. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. got his man quickly. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Everybody on the same page there on blitz pickup, right? Offensive line, everybody communicating, understanding where they have to work to give their QB time to make an accurate throw and pick up the first.
To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. Hauls it in. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
They'll throw it from the red zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, ODU! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Marshall takes over the ball, the thundering herd offense coming out. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Coming after it. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up. Marshall will be forced to punt.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll throw it on first down. Getting some heat. He's going to run it. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Second half just about ready to go, and Marshall will kick it off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. On second down, he'll fire. Throws to the tight end. Connection to the right. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. So nice to have a target like that.
They'll leave it with him. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it, I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO, and just let my back get some positive yards. When you're getting 5+ yards, that is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
Give to the running back. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And the Monarchs moving quickly to the line. Pulls and fires complete. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Leaves it with the back. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Moving away from pressure. That quarterback was doing his best Houdini, escaping in the backfield, but the defense finally gets to it. I don't think when the quarterback called out the Mike backer that he knew that the Mike backer was going to come calling on him quite so quickly.
Nah, it was good timing, right? Like, you don't want to show it too soon to the offensive lineman, call it out and pick you up. You could tell. Did a good job.
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. So you come out of the locker room for the second half, and right away, you throw a pick.
Bad news, too, because you go into the locker room and you sort of regroup and you start thinking about how you're going to attack this defense, what adjustments you're going to make. You feel like you got a good plan running out of the locker room, and then to throw a pick right away, man, that is a gut punch.
They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The give to the tailback. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions, really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. The Monarchs are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
Pound it, pound it, pound it. I might not have that pretty run-pass ratio of 50-50, but if I can run the football like this consistently, if you're not going to do anything about it, you want to be a great offensive coordinator, keep calling the run.
They'll ride the hot hand. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
He's brought down at the 21. Second down coming up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. Oh, they're not get free. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Out of the backfield, he's open. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. On 4th down, flexing that muscle in the run game. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Marshall.
They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Swings it out to his running back. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back to pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up early down play for this QB.
And they'll try to bite a chunk out of this lead on 3rd and goal. He'll pull it on the read. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
It's complete. Touchdown, Monarchs. And the comeback is on. That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they needed. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
Touch pass on the right. He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms, in all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it, and the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. They'll throw it on first down. Quick strike complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Spits it out to the back. Finds his man. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
They're going to run it to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the offense. A designed run for the quarterback. Makes his man miss. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
See, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off the blocks and rallying the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2. Marshall quick to the line. Try to get it on the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Quarterback checking off. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Going for it all. Snags it. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down. I'm sure they hope they don't have to exhaust all 4 downs, but it probably is 4-down territory as they look to take the lead with a touchdown. A first down run on the doorstep. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On the move. Touchdown, Old Dominion. Somehow, they got up off the deck. They fought back, and they tied the game. And they did need that extra point to take the lead, and now they have it here in the 4th. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Marshall takes over the ball. The thundering herd offense coming out. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And the defense was locked in. You can tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
Getting late, pressure building, huge third down coming up on the road for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And defenses are terrified of giving up that big play. I like the offense taking a shot down the field, showing the defense, like, listen, hey, you're going to have to guard this. You better start being worried about the deep ball. Now maybe I can take some shots underneath, and it might loosen that secondary a little bit.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Excellent field position here for the offense. Smart move to keep it on the ground. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
The give to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long.
Get set, get set. Gorilla, gorilla.
From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. Makes the grab. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Monarchs will try to run out the clock in the final minute. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack. lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Well, after the tackle now, that sets up 4th and 2. And these offenses, they practice for these types of situations. It's not like they just have quarterback sneak in their back pocket for 4th and inches. They've got plays designed to go and get this, David, so it'll be interesting to see if this offense wants to roll the dice.
Yeah, and most of the time, I'm rolling dice. I'm going to be aggressive. And as a defense, you also know that, too. And you're ready. You're not caught off guard by offenses nowadays going forward on 4th down.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, obviously here in the 4th quarter trailing, they're going to be throwing the ball, trying to get back in this game. Couldn't come up with it there on 2nd down. They're expecting them to throw it here on 3rd.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield.
Well, they're down a possession, and they're on their own side of the 50, so they need a big one right here. They've just thrown 3 straight incompletions, but it just takes one. It just takes one big play down the field to all of a sudden get that momentum and that juice flowing again to give yourselves a chance to win.
The clock is relentlessly working against them. Down 4. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's taking a deep shot. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.